Hey, Awesomes. How's it going? Welcome to our Needs Assessment Project Plan Memo Objectives section video. So I'm starting off with objectives real quick because I kind of encourage you to kind of not worry about writing the introduction just yet, right? So I'll be back out with the introduction. Not that you can't think about the introduction just yet, but one of the things I always try to encourage students, especially with these longer, more detailed types of projects, try to put off the introduction and write it last. All right, so I will address the introduction. That'll be forthcoming, but I really want us to kind of start thinking about what are we doing, right? I think our objectives for this project, and that's what we're talking about, objectives for the project, not necessarily for this project plan memo per se. All right. So what are our objectives? So we want to identify and describe our objectives in this section. And recall, I'm using the sample that I posted last week for that. Find it under the week 7 heading. So we got 3 main questions we wanted to really address and identify and describe. What is to be accomplished in the project? What's the central problem of the project? Or some potential solutions. Now obviously we'll bring some of these things back in when we hit the introduction, but now we're going to kind of use a little bit more detailed or expanded view, if you will. So in our sample, they say the goal of our project is to present cost-efficient options for reporting accurate and consistent glucose results. All right, so this gives us an idea that something is going on with the result, not only perhaps in a cost-efficient way, but there's a problem, something with accuracy and being consistent. All right, so they set us up there as the goal. Boom, nice, bold, short and sweet to the point. You don't have to have one sentence. Yours could be a couple of sentences. Central problem of the project right here. All right, currently, DMCUL is reporting a large number of falsely low glucose values. This problem is directly related to the particular specimen collection tube being used and improper handling of that specimen. Green gel collection tube is provided to our clients as the preferred container type for glucose testing. However, the green gel tube loses stability over extended periods of time, posing a problem for samples that must be transported from physician clinics to the laboratory. So we've got the time issue, right? We've got a reliability issue, and these green gel tubes are cutting it. And as a result of that, they're getting false, as they say here, falsely low glucose values. So now we say, okay, let's hit a couple sentences here or a sentence. What are some possible solutions to the problem? Possible solutions that we will be investigating include. I like that. We're not saying these are the ones, right? Because we're still talking about this is the project plan. This is kind of our needs assessment. These are the things we're looking at right now. Where we did the oil briefing, right? Got the attention of our boss, the manager, right, or the decision makers, and now they're like, okay, let's hear more about that, right? So now we saw the presentation, right? Now we want to have something in writing, right, that they can have in their hands and review and look at. So that's what we're providing now. The possible solutions that we will be investigating include changing handling requirements, shortening delivery times, and changing the tube type used for specimen collection. So is there a possibility that there's a process, right? And in that process, these tubes in particular can't make it through the process. And so they're going to be looking at very specifically how can we change, right, handling requirements. And those handling requirements include these 3 things. And so very, very detailed, identified, described kind of the process. I mean, there's always, I guess you could go on, and we didn't in the project proposal itself, right? This will be expanded on even a little bit more. What does that process look like that you are then changing? Because you're going to suggest maybe specific changes. But for here, we're giving very, very specific, not super detailed, right? But identify and describe those objectives where there's enough information that someone who is in a position to keep the project going forward has enough information to make that decision. All right. So that's it for objectives, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great week. Hope everything's going well. If you have any questions about any of this, please don't hesitate to let me know.